Hello viewers, here is a KDK oscillating fan. Now I could be mistaken, but as far as I know it, KDK branded stuff is relatively rare in this part of the world, because I believe KDK is more common in countries that run off of three-phase power as the standard, whereas over here we're on single-phase power. So anyways, here it is. It's kind of an interesting unit. It's labeled fully automatic oscillation on the, full automatic oscillation on the base here. I'm not exactly sure what that means. We'll find out momentarily, hopefully. It does have a translucent blade. It's kind of dusty, so it's hard to tell. It doesn't look like it has a whole lot of use on it, and whoever used it certainly took reasonable care of it. Aside from some yellowing on the oscillation knob and this piece on the neck there, it's in otherwise very good condition. Pretty clean, honestly, considering its age. I don't know if we have any information here. Oh, we do have information here. Made in USA, so it's got to be relatively old. Hopefully this won't unblur. There it goes. So it's type E30KT, carrying a UL listing. I would guess this dates back to the 70s or 80s. It's got the very thin wire, an earlier molded plug, non-polarized. Doesn't have, oh, it does have some information on here. It's 18.2. It says Cordex Incorporated, so it's probably the brand that made the cord. Yeah, I don't know, it's an interesting fan. Really interesting fan. So let's go ahead and turn it on and see if it works. Just make sure this, yeah, that seems like it should work. Alright, well, I'm going to stop the oscillation just for the moment, and let's start off with speed 1. Came right to life. The bearings dry. Yeah, the bearings could probably fare to be lubricated. Chances are this thing hasn't run in 20 years. That's very, very slow. It's hardly moving in the air. That's pretty slow too. There it goes. That's still relatively slow, but it's pushing out a lot of air, actually. That's quite powerful. And it's so quiet too. It's really throwing out the air. I'm not sure why these slower speeds are so slow. It doesn't seem to be the way it should be. I mean, that's almost not even running. I don't know, something seems a little fishy here. I don't think it should be going quite that slow. Let's engage the oscillation. Oh wow, that is, that's going really far over. Okay, there's definitely something... Oh, you know what? This may be one of those adjustable ones. It is. That's kind of cool. So from my understanding, this was basically like the competitor, if you will, of the Panasonic 5-way oscillator. So you can change the angle so it, it can go like that, or you can take it to the other side and have it go farther on the other side. I mean, in my opinion, that's a completely ridiculous feature because you can just pick up the bass and move it and get the same result. So it's one of those gimmicky features, but it's I mean, it's kind of cool just because it wasn't very common. There was only a handful of models that were made like that. Really not sure what the deal is with these two lower speeds. I mean, that would be fantastic to use at night if that's really how it's supposed to work, but I find it hard to believe that's how it's supposed to run. Let's get a reading on here of how much power this is drawing. Perhaps if it's capacitor based, maybe the capacitor has drifted. I believe it was rated for 0.35 amps at 120 volts. We're testing at 121 volts. And it's drawing 38 watts, or 0.33 amps. And I believe that was what it's... Let's see, this is rated for 0.38. So on high speed, it should be drawing 0.38. And it is drawing 0.43. I think that's within an acceptable margin of error. On 2, it is drawing 0.37 amps, and on 1, it is drawing 0.33 amps. So the readings aren't obscure. So I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Could definitely use some lubrication. Perhaps that will allow it to run a little faster on those slower speeds. Well, anyways, that's going to be it for this one. We'll do a clean and service on this eventually. It's definitely a neat piece, and I only paid $10 for it, so I think that was a pretty good deal.